Alright. Tip number one, Robinette is the new patch meta. So if you see any videos that say like use Bandit, Bandit is how you get high kills, fucking whatever, that's the old patch. While you still could get high kills with other characters, Robinette is the meta, and that's what you're gonna try to go for if you're trying to go for like a leaderboard run in the new patch. Tip number two is decision making. If you see something that's like a multiple choice option, whether it's like a charge shrine or like a moai, goal is to get the best item that'll help you long term, not what's gonna help you out in the moment. The best item you can get, for example, is like attack speed in the beginning that'll help you long term, or like projectile count or extra jumps. Those are things that'll help your survivability in the long run. The first stage that you're on is always the hardest, and that's the one that you're gonna really try to survive. Another thing you're gonna have to decide is like really upgrading your curse tomes, because while it is harder, you need to work on getting as much XP as possible, and that comes from all the mobs that you are fighting whenever you do up your difficulty, as well as look at how much gold you have or trying to upgrade your gold so you could change. Like I changed the moai, or like the items weren't to my liking or weren't what I wanted, so I had to change it into something better, so I had a lot of mobs which get a lot of kills, which get a lot of gold, as well as try to get as many of the charge shrines as you can inside your game so you could get like as many upgrades as possible. Which puts me into my next point, which is friability. If you have a lot of damage and you're able to like one shot fucking like 2 bosses, that's gonna be what you're trying to accomplish. Like you want to activate your boss shrines if you're able to, if you're powerful enough to do that. Friability is the best thing you could have because that gets you more chests, which also gets you more items to fry bosses and crowds of mobs more. If you aren't able to fry in the first stage a lot of like hordes of mobs or like multiple bosses, I would just restart my run. That's literally the best option if you're trying to go for a high kill run. That's what the meta is. That's what most people do who are on the leaderboards, is they reset their run if they don't get like a powerful good start. Number 4 is min-max as much as you can. This means get like all the pots if you're able to in like the route to your next shrine or to your next moai or whatever, or to your next chest. If you could, literally like the slightest piece of XP or gold is the best for early game. The real first level that you're playing is all about the early game, but also trying to gain for the late game. Number 5 is run resets. I said before, people reset their runs all the time in order to get the leaderboard spot or to get like a higher spot. If you get legendaries in the beginning, especially with the Robinette run, then you'll be able to put out all that damage that you need for the survivability and the time for the early stages, so you could up your difficulty as much as you want. For example, if you get Soul Harvester or like Chunk Plate, Cleaver, anything that's gonna help you try the beginning stages is really gonna help those first stages and in long term, because then you'll have those upgrades already there on your character that you don't need to wait. For example, like Anvil, if you get an early Anvil, it's much better than getting like a super late game Anvil when you already have like, you know, maxed out weapons or like maxed out tomes. Like that doesn't really help. 5.5, I guess, like is making sure you have those meta items, because if you don't have those meta items, then you wouldn't be able to like beat it. It would be really hard because you don't have enough. Tip number 6 is level up upgrades. If when you level up and get that XP, you need to choose the right upgrades for long term. So let's say you get a bunch of XP and level up your character in that run, and you would want to upgrade your tomes as much as possible. Upgrading tomes is the best thing, is what you need to prioritize in the beginning / like to the mid game when you're on stage 2 and stuff, and like even late game. Getting your tomes to 99 is gonna help a lot. You don't need to worry about damage too much, because realistically you should be shredding with the items that you do have in the beginning. I would still try to upgrade your weapons though if they have those like damage upgrades and projectile count because they do offer to kill like hordes of mobs like easier. But if you can, like, your XP tome is your priority as well as your curse tome, because for example your XP tome will help you gain more XP so you could level up your curse tome more. Tip number 7 is you will have bad runs, you will improve over time. It's just what everyone has to go through that gets a high number, is they don't start off like good getting leaderboard numbers, plus it's all RNG most likely. Number 8 is watch a lot of YouTubers or TikTokers who provide actual helpful information. Some examples are like bbsmooth or Dex or Judgegray or mrswagon. mrswagon is a page that really helped me specifically grow, although the others did provide great tips. These are people that really provide useful information or try to look at people's like personal bests or leaderboard runs. That way you could get examples of what does work, and you could even see stuff that might work for you that's different for other people. For example, I don't have the Chaos Tome, so I use a different one. I haven't unlocked that yet, but I still pulled a number that was much bigger than what I've seen from my other friends in my friends list. And I still got a leaderboard run that I was satisfied with. But I would still try to chase that number on the leaderboard so that way you have something to brag about to your friends or whatever. If you want a part 2 of this video or any more tips and stuff in the future, leave a comment or a like and I'll for sure make another one because this was actually pretty cool.